Guys, welcome in. This is the first AMA of Itheum xPand, and we've all come here together to, have a chat around and learn from each other's experiences and grow together as a team. The goal of Itheum xPand, which Mark will expand and explain a bit more after this, will be to, is to accelerate great projects like all that we have in this room together. And we are truly excited to see people from different walks of life in different projects in different streams and supporting them as an infrastructure protocol to create something cool on Ethereum. So welcome everybody in. This is just a start. For anyone who's tuning in for the first time, this is the first AMA of Etheum xPand. So we're very happy to get started and geared on this. And of course, a lot is in store as weeks progress. So with that short intro, Mark, if you can also help us understand and expand more on what we have in store for everyone.
Absolutely. So welcome everybody. Great to have you all here. I'll give a very quick explanation as to what Itheum xPand is and how you all fit into this wonderful program that we are launching. So as you know, Itheum is all about data ownership, and this is quite a challenging concept to bring into the Web3 world. We all know that the Web2 world dominates all our data. So how do we get bottom-up adoption of data ownership in the Web3 world? This is where Itheum xPand comes in, right? Like we have, if you look at Itheum, we have a bucket of tokens in our ecosystem pool as part of our tokenomics, and this bucket of tokens is dedicated to for ecosystem builders, effectively people who are working on their own products, but who want to introduce the concept of data ownership into their products and use Etheum's technology as infrastructure to make that happen. So how we are structuring this is through Itheum xPand, which would be governed by a DAO. We're currently calling it Trailblazer DAO. This name might change, but Trailblazer DAO's effective job, or if you could call it its governance job, is to ensure that it can bring in projects such as yourselves into the xPand program. And then based on some criteria and how well you use Itheum technology, it gives out grants. And this is just not a one-time thing. This is program one of our xPand program, but this will be happening in cycles. So we'll have program one, program two, program three. We quite haven't figured out the calendar of how it's going to happen, but this is program one. So this is why you guys are the most important. So that is, in a nutshell, the role of the xPand program, how that fits into the wider goal of Etheum's narrative around data ownership, how we acknowledge that all of you have your own products, which is great, and then how we acknowledge that you want to bring data ownership into your products. You're probably sick of the way our data is exploited, so you're creating this narrative of data ownership into your apps, and we want to support in any way we can. The other part of this is that we want to bring projects such as yourselves together, because there's a lot of synergy amongst yourselves as well. Like yesterday we spoke about all your projects, and I can immediately see all of this synergy. So it'll be great to bring you all together, also so that you can find partnerships amongst yourselves as well. So this is Itheum xPand in a nutshell. I'm not going to take any much more time. I'm more interested in hearing what you guys are going to say. So over to you, Zain, so you can introduce the cohort and we can start the AMA.
Absolutely, Mark. Thank you for that brief intro. And of course, I'll just spend a minute more to help the audience understand what we have in store. This is a 5-week program, 4 to 5 weeks, where we cover, starting this week, product and solutions. So we're trying to come up with the complete cohort and give a direction, sort of a direction in terms of where the target market is, what sort of product and solutions could be built on top. But once this is done, there are going to be a lot of support, some sort of tech support that we have in store, just to ensure that at the start, when you're founding a product, it's quite lonely at times. So it's always good to come together, couple up, and do great things together. So the end of this program, I think, is also something which we can shed some quick light on, which is a demo day, and this will be telecasted live on our socials, which will be a chance to get attention from the community, and of course a chance for all the projects here as a part of the first program to come together and help the community know what you're building on, and of course get community support on top. So we're all truly just getting started with this, a lot to go. I don't want to, I mean, there's tons of other things that's going to be in store that we're going to keep on briefing as time progresses. But let's jump over and get started with details about and hear out from each of these members who are in this particular first cohort. So we have a lot of projects, but I'm just going to get started first, maybe with Dens, and I'm going to bring Dens on screen, and let's hear out what Dens has to say, regarding this awesome product that he's created called Calilio. And Dens, I was just mentioning before we got started on, like Calilio has a great structure laid in, so we've seen a lot of stuff that you guys have, and my question, of course, to you would be like, when we look at the social fi market, right, it's a huge, huge market potential, but how do you aim to do something different in this particular market? And if also you can shed some light on data monetization and ownership point of view, Dens, that'll be great.
Yeah, absolutely, Zain. Thanks very much for your question. And hi, everyone. My name is Dance. If you don't know me, I'm the founder of Galileo. And in the social fi market, Galileo is setting a new standard for data monetization and ownership. Our core mission is to return data ownership to its rightful owners, its users. So, leveraging blockchain technology, notably multiverse sex, the Kalilo social platform ensures that every piece of content, interaction, and data remains under the user's control, establishing a new paradigm of user empowerment in the digital space. And our approach to monetization is disrupting, focusing on creating sustainable value for creators. With with Galileo, the platform monetization extends beyond traditional models. It involves rewarding creators for their contributions directly through the Galileo native token and enabling innovative revenue sharing models. Content creation is securely managed on chain, facilitating collaborations and revenue sharing among creators and brands, for example, and introducing the ability to tailor audience reach based on NFT ownership as well. A lot of exciting stuff happened in the past year. We had our alpha launch that showcased the potential of on-chain content creation, automated moderation, and the foundational elements of our data NFTs as well, setting the stage for what's to come. Galileo currently has about 8 blockchain integrated features and already has over 40 in the pipeline. And we've got the beta phase that is around the corner as well, and that will introduce exciting functionalities like NFT profile pictures, enhanced notifications and explore page, and a pioneering do to own model, incentivizing every platform interaction. And Galileo is committed to pushing the boundaries of social fi with plans for end-to-end encrypted chats, with features such as being able to send and receive crypto like ESDT tokens, for example, eGold, MEX as well, customizable community space that are Discord-like servers with a Web3 twist, Galileo ads for content boosting, short videos, live streams with NFT, tokenized asset auctions, more home feeds, off on ramps for creators wanting to cash out their earnings, and so forth. So the sky isn't even the limit at this point. So what really sets Galileo apart is our committed to a blockchain powered social media experience that focuses on user engagement and creative freedom. We're we're really dedicated to simplifying the transition to social fi for new users through user-friendly interfaces and strategic partnerships as well, making it as straightforward to engage with any conventional to make it very straightforward to engage to the platform as any social platform that everyone uses these days, like Facebook, X, Instagram as well. So from groundbreaking content creation tools to the ability to define your audience with precision, the platform is crafting an ecosystem where creativity, privacy, and collaboration become simply limitless. So as we look ahead, our focus is on expanding Galileo's capabilities, making the app stable, nurturing our vibrant community, and exploring the limitless potential of social fi.
Awesome. that's a lot, to cover on. And of course, you're penetrating a market which is huge, and everyone is a part of it. I feel SocialFi has become huge. But can you also elaborate and help us understand, like, what's sort of a market size that we have, from the SocialFi angle, and where exactly do you want to place Clearly in the market?
Yeah, absolutely. So SocialFi as a market is quite. When you think about it, it could be niche, but it could be also very big. So at the moment, we have how many social media users do we have? We have around 4 to 5 billion users on any type of social media platform. But the SocialFi market has a huge opportunity of up to, according to some researches and some consulting companies that have made those researches, SocialFi as a market has a potential of $5 billion of market valuation by the end of this year. We also can see that a lot of people are becoming more and more digital savvy as well. The next generation of people need a platform that, and according to some research, these kind of people need a platform that offers tangible rewards and respect user privacy. And SocialFi can provide all that stuff around with some gamified component and content creation tools that everyone could use in an easy way. That's where Kaleo comes in. And around all the SocialFi, this mix of DeFi and social media platform aspects, we'll also have some Web3 tools, blockchain-based integrations that can come in and come into place. And we can see that the NFT market, for example, is booming. Offering a lot of area, a lot of possibility to test the market and then to expand and to capitalize on that value to attract even more people that are not particularly interested about it. So, the market valuation is there, the potential is there, and we can see a lot of huge firms, a lot of huge entities like McKinsey and Company, for example, saying that the Web3 is gonna reach a market valuation, notably in the Web3 social media market, over $1 trillion. That's huge. There is a huge opportunity for business like Galileo, for a platform to disrupt the market and provide the right tools to everyone.
Very cool, Dance. Of course, we'll be all excited to see how, when we even the community would be very excited to see how Ethereum can play a role and help you in terms of your monetization and ownership of data, the social data, which is so valuable, but hardly people understand, the nuances attached to
Yeah,
it. So thank you for the great
absolutely.
Dance, and we're going to be
Thanks very
chatting.
much, Zane.
Great to have you here, and let's hear out, Johnny, what we have in store at Lokai. I was particularly interested, on the AI angle that you have, and of course how the sort of recent tools in Blender and all this cool stuff that you're doing. So just brief out the community, help us understand a bit more about your project, and we'll chat more on this then. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks, Zain, for the introduction. Hello, everyone, and yeah, Loki, as we call it, Loki is, but Loki is the name we chose for the project during the hackathon of Multiverse 6 in October last year. Loki is about bringing 3D modeling to the multiverse ecosystem, and especially the Itheum data NFT. And our intention is really to re-empower the 3D modelers, the 3D creators of this world, and we want to make it a dynamic kind of platform to help artists to monetize their creation. And as you mentioned, using also the most recent tools like AI tooling in order to help them empower their creation through the use of software such as Blender. We focused on Blender during the hackathon, but our intention is also to bring it up to other tools. But Blender is something very interesting because it's open source. It's around 13%, 13 to 14% of the 3D creation market. And this is why we were focusing on it, and it's allowing also as a difference with Unity and Unreal, it's offering also some capabilities to script in order to bring some automatization into the 3D assets creation. And this is one keystone of one key features that we wanted to implement in order to have also AI as a companion to help the creator to use Python better, or to start with using Python in order to create 3D assets. So as a proof of concept, we chose to use the AI agent in 2 different directions, and those directions are still valid, but maybe we will empower more one of the 2. The first was to kind of help the future purchaser of those data NFT to know what's inside a data NFT, and the AI agent being able to read the script, is providing a description on chain to allow the buyer to know a little bit more before having the data NFT in his wallet. So it gives a kind of functional and artistic description of the data NFT. And the second use was to be a kind of companion inside Blender in order to help the creator to better script, and prompting easily on a click of a mouse on a specific feature he has into his script to help to bring more features, and that was the intention. Does it reply your AI kind of questions?
Yes, of course, Johnny, of course it does. But we were having a chat, remember the ILI 5, how do we explain this, let's say, to a 5-year-old? And he came up
Yes.
with a nice example of Google and X-ray and the secret agent, so let's hear
Yeah,
it out.
it's I have a kid which is not 5 years old, but 10, almost 10. And
Yeah.
if you, in fact, if you have if you have a hidden part, if you have a data NFT, this means that if the one who knows how does the data NFT of Itheum work, is that there is a secret part within this NFT, and the AI agent produces the description of the code contained in the private part of the data NFT. But if you want to explain it to a 5 years old, it's like if you would allow a secret agent with X-ray goggle to describe the object hidden in my hand, and this agent, this description will help my kid to know what's inside the secret box.
Awesome, Johnny. Of course, great stuff. What we are developing on, and excited to see how we shape up. With all the support that we can offer you in the xPand program. So, once again, welcome in. Thank you for this amazing introduction, and we'll see you in soon.
Thank you.
Pleasure. All right. So let me now loop in another great project, and some of you might have heard this already. This goes by the name Pulsar, and Stefana would be here to talk a bit about how they're trying to revolutionize the money. And Stefana, in specific, I had this question, buddy. If you could shed some light on how the integration of data NFTs could happen with your wallets. So feel free to just get started. Brief the community about what you're doing.
Exactly. Thanks so much, Zane. We're going to get to that very soon. But I'm just going to first of all give the community a sense on what we're doing. So basically, what Pulsar Money is doing, we are building the Smart Payments Hub. We currently have a web application with 8 different modules. dedicated towards both individuals and enterprises. So there are completely different segments, individuals and B2B and B2C. We have right now several modules such as the social pay, the vesting, the vaults, smart transfers, payment links, invoices, so everything within our smart payments hub, and each and every one of them offering a different solution for a different vertical and segment. Take the social pay, for instance. It's actually changing how we interact with platforms like Twitter and Discord, right? So now you can reward someone for just engaging with your post, right? So just effortlessly as liking your tweet, you can reward your community. And this is let's say a community booster in terms of you can engage your community and so on and so forth. This is social pay. Then we have smart transfers, for example. It's just about paying your team or managing subscriptions, not on a batched way, but in a really prorated, for example, not even monthly, not daily, but every second you can claim tokens via the smart transfer. On top of that, if you think about businesses and startups and projects, we have the vesting module that is actually a game changer for startups in terms of transparency and in terms of offering actually an A to Z solution for distributing tokens to investors and partners. So this is actually the vesting module. Then we have vaults, which means actually locking liquidity, also a very strong module for startups for locking their liquidity and managing project funds. On top of that, we also have two very interesting modules, payment links and invoices. Payment links is just, let's say, simplicity redefined. So basically, you just send a link, your recipient logs in their wallet, and that's it. They can claim their tokens. And this is the same with invoicing. You have a streamlined billing for businesses and freelancers to just simplify how invoices are created, managed, and ultimately also tracked. And of course, we have now, let's not forget about the wallet that we are building. It's going to be more than just a wallet. It's going to be a browser extension, and it's going to actually redefine how we interact with digital assets. And here we're going to integrate Itheum data NFTs into our wallet. So now to come back to your question, Zane, it's going to allow advanced new possibilities with data NFTs. So really looking forward to it. Right now, the wallet is in private beta. We've prepared it during the hackathon as an MVP, but right now we are building it actually from scratch because we really want to come up with the best version in terms of also security and so on and so forth. So, building a wallet, it's not that simple, let's put it like this. So we really want to take it to the next level.
Awesome.
And this about the wallet. We are preparing now the version 2 of our app. So right now the version 1 is live, but we are preparing the version 2 with completely different interface, new features, new advancements. So it's going to be a game changer in terms of how users interact with an app, with the social pay module of the app, and so on and so forth. And we're going to also add app modules to it. And one that I'm really particularly excited about is the airdrop module. Is going to be a module that is going to change how big projects are launched on Multiverse X, right? It's going to actually change it in terms of token holders and mostly how projects are launched. Is going to be a really strategic build.
Awesome, Stefana. Thank you for for this intro. And of course, we all know at Pulsar there's a great team. A lot of a lot of effort goes in days out, for you to develop something as cool as what you're doing. But excited, and of course, want to extend a warm welcome to the xPand program as well. We'll be very happy to offer you the right sort of support, which the project might need at this stage to integrate the tech that we have, and of course, help users own the data, which is the larger motto of what we're trying to achieve at Itheum. So thank you once again, and we'll chat more on other things, but let's keep moving on. So I'm going to invite in the next guest now. He is, of course, I call him the DAO man, but you can call him whatever, and of course he's usually known as Misha. So welcome in, Misha. Glad to have you here, and we'll be very happy to hear out what you have in store from PeerMe and how you look
Hello,
at
Zane. Hello, community.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lagging a bit, so I hope I'm not talking over you. But yeah, we
You
are
can hear you
certainly
well.
known as the DAO guys in Multiverse X in the ecosystem, but we do a lot more than DAO. So what we try to do is like really build a more open, more collective society through not just DAOs, but crypto companies in general. So we want to onboard companies all over the world that can then later decentralize at their own pace to eventually potentially become a DAO. And this whole open collective society strategy that we follow and put a lot of effort in leads to or the whole data industry that Itheum is focusing on is also a big part of and a fundamental part of building this open society. So it quite comes natural to us, and there is a lot of synergies between PeerMe and Itheum. So very happy to participate in the program. Thank you for the invite, by the way. And yeah, maybe to give a quick insight on how we think about this at PeerMe, about the whole data industry. So right now, if you look at all the big companies, all the big platforms in Web 2 and in Web 3, then we see this as all these platforms having their own fruit garden, their own garden where they try to lure you in with your own fruits, your own data, and so they can eventually have control over it and monetize it. But we believe that it is a much more suitable strategy to follow in this new world we're trying to build, where you are in control of your own digital garden. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what we are trying to utilize and build on top of the Itheum data platform, so that we can be in control of our own data in the new information age. Zane, I hope I'm still on air, because I don't see you and it's a little bit laggy in here. But still, I'll just try to continue with the next step we are trying to, with the two modules that we are going to be working on in this new, in this xPand program. So the first program is all about creating the core infrastructure, which is fundamentally data aggregation, so that you can basically funnel data NFTs that exist from Itheum into single data streams. So this is what the data brokers, the platforms, the social platforms already do. And we try to bring this to Web3 with all the transparency features that we already know through an aggregation feature, which we want to, or which we hope is soon becoming part of the core Itheum infrastructure. And building on top of this aggregator platform, which is mostly acting in the background, and any projects in here and future projects can then utilize this data aggregator. And source platform, hopefully part of the core infrastructure of Itheum. And we are going to build another module on top, which is going to be a deep integration into PeerMe. We want to provide first-class support for Itheum's data coalition DAO. So a big part, most of you probably going to know them because they're part of the Itheum white paper, part of the Itheum roadmap, a big part. So we want to bring first-class support as set for data coalition DAOs to PeerMe. What does this mean? We already have an open source app gallery where we launched probably the most advanced app that we have right now is the Itheum app, which means that any DAO on PeerMe and any crypto company can not only interact with the Itheum smart contracts, with the Itheum platform, they have an integrated UI where they can procure data, where they can list data on the marketplace, where they can view their own data. And viewing their own data means that the DAO is its own entity. The crypto company is its own entity, like a user account on the blockchain, but a smart contract, which can own its own assets. And these own assets that the crypto company or DAO can own, we call the vault. So all the data NFTs that are owned in the vault are also visible on the Pyramid website. So you can have the whole inventory of the data directly displayed with first-class support. And the last part that is probably the biggest feature that we're working on for the program is a new feature that we developed especially for Itheum for this use case, but it's going to be certainly useful for other use cases as well. It's called specializations. With specializations, we can directly integrate the Itheum data collection smart contract into the DAO and completely automate the whole setup. So you go to the Pyramid website, you create a specialized DAO for Itheum data collections, and what you get is a complete setup with roles, for example, for board members, a feature where it allows people who stake directly on the Pyramid platform, whether that's Itheum token, whether that's their NFTs that they delegate to the platform. This will all be possible in a very customized fashion on the Pyramid website. For example, there will be widgets only available for data coalition DAOs, where users can do all the actions and interact with the data aggregator, interact with the data coalition. And what this all is trying to achieve is to bring the whole closed up companies that we know right now. I don't want to name names, but Facebook, Instagram, and there's this whole suite of companies, the whole thing, the whole structures working in the background who are practically stealing your data, or it's at least all happening in the shadows, where you don't have any insights into this. So with crypto companies and DAOs, we can decentralize this not only, but make this whole process more transparent, so that we, as the people, we can be more in control of our data again. And this becomes, as said, even more important as we progress in the information age, to be in control again. And there's other topics as well, like not just privacy and ownership. There's also the whole portability aspect. But this, I'm gonna ramble on for a long time if we dive into this now. So just keep it short from here. These are the plans. Very excited about participating in the program, and yeah, can't wait to show the results.
Absolutely, Misha. The same energy from our end as well. We know you're doing all good, this degen stuff, which you have in mind, and now you're trying to practically put it out, which of course is going to solve a problem for a lot of people. So we are affecting a larger community set here, which is, what we want to achieve at the end. So keep up the good work, man, and thank you for the great intro. Of course, we'll chat more and understand a bit more of the nuances as we go ahead. Thank you, Misha.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And now we're going to move ahead and have Mathis, who's doing something very cool at Hyperia. And just as a quick intro, Mathis and his co-founder, I think he's not here today, but they're doing something very cool. Mathis, you want to give a quick intro about the bigger, vision and mission that you have in mind, and what we try to do with the xPand program as well.
Yeah, thanks. So hi everyone, thanks Itheum for the opportunity to join the xPand program. So Hyperia Labs is a blockchain data analysis company with a strong focus on developing tailored solutions for Web3 company. We winned the AI track at the Multiversex hackathon, and recently we participated in the Solana hackathon with a focus on our new tools, behavioral prediction AI. So our offerings are diverse and tailored to the specific needs of our clients, including consulting services, performance analysis and optimization, risk mitigation, and a deep dive into market trends. We're specialized in crafting intuitive interface, deploying scalable and secure platform, and answering product reliability and performance. Our solutions are aimed at addressing the main challenge faced by Web3 companies, such as customer knowledge, fraud detection, market trend anticipation, and behavior understanding. For xPand program, we really want to work with the project from the cohort to see how we can serve them by using data from the blockchain, providing in-depth analysis optimizing performance and delivering tailored solutions that address their unique challenge and opportunities. In my opinion, but we'll see with Itheum, I think we can start by introducing a profile description tool into the Itheum marketplace to allow buyers to see at a glance the seller's profile based on their engine activity. Afterward, we could concentrate on the NFT part that Itheum intend to offer. This will enable anyone to demonstrate the relevance of their profile with a quick glance at a summary of their engine activity to authorized persons. Thanks than data NFT.
Awesome, man. Yeah, of course, and Mathis, would you mind also sharing a bit more idea with the community on what sort of B2B use cases you have or you're potentially exploring? Because I think that's the first prime market that Hyperion Lab is trying to achieve in. So,
Yeah.
just some fair idea, just for the community, what sort of use cases are you looking at the B2B angles?
Yeah, right now on Multiversex, there is the Launchpad. So I will take an example like this one. So what we can offer is to a selection of the best wallet, the more relevant wallet. So based on their past activity on the past Launchpad, we can help any project to make a better selection and not just with the ticket and your luck. So we can help them to have a better quality since the start of the launch of the project by choosing by making a waiting on the wallet on the selection. So the most relevant one, for example, if you're a long-term project, we can help you to choose investor that have the same mentality. So they are here for the long term. They don't dump their token 1 hour after claiming them. If you're, for example, for the TADA launchpad right now, we will be able, we can be able to help them to choose user that like data, for example, holder of Itheum, and we can add more information. In a few months, we want to add off-chain data. So from Twitter to sentimental analysis from Twitter. Right now we are talking a lot with some projects that can bring us all this kind of data. So yeah, there is a lot of potential. Launchpad was one, but DeFi project for prediction of liquidity is another thing we are going. We want to explore, but it took sometimes.
Thank you and welcome to the xPand program.
Great.
And we're
Thanks.
very excited to see and help you along the journey as we progress, Mathis.
Amazing.
Awesome. So, folks, just a quick break in between as we move ahead now with the alpha builders. But in terms of what we're trying to achieve with the xPand program is to offer support and attention and get community attention, which is of course rightly deserved by all these cool ideas that you just heard. In terms of the support, we're also looking to help you out with marketing, in terms of getting this community attention through sort of social media. And of course, the demo days is a huge thing. And this program is a roll-on basis. So this is the first batch of the first program, but we are not we're going to be having a lot more into xPand on a roll-on basis as time progresses. So if you're a project that you're looking for a support, you're looking for that right sort of guidance and community and the sentiment of builders in the right energy together, feel free to apply for our xPand program. Moving ahead, we also have alpha builders here with us, and the first one in store is going to be Inspire. So let me just call in Ciprian and Catalin into the room. Welcome in, guys.
So Inspire is a multi-brand loyalty and lifestyle program built based on data NFTs on Multiverse 6. We are starting from Romania, where we signed 14 retailers that will offer immediate cashbacks for the data NFT holders. This program is by invitation only, so you need to have a code to enter the app. So Inspire is an app, is a program, and it's going to be the data NFTs that will access the program. So we start from the fact that retailers should offer dedicated marketing campaigns for the end users, and we think we can achieve this with the data NFT technology. So tailored programs for the specific users. The app is in development. We're actually in a testing phase right now. We have increased the number of our devs, and we are ready to have it ready for production in 3 weeks from now. We plan to launch the NFT collection probably at the beginning of the second quarter, end of Q1. Yeah, and we are all very excited in a larger adoption, both in Web3 but also in Web2. So we try to make it easier for the users. So the user experience should be flawless. For folks that don't have a wallet, we can create a non-custodial one. So things are, we really want to see mass adoption in Romania and then go beyond Romania. Thank you.
Awesome, Ciprian. Thank you for that brief intro. And of course, we're looking at all sort of big brands that you have attached to the Inspire 3 module. So that excites, of course, the community. But I think what excites us the most, and personally what I feel inspired, while looking at your project, is how I could use that in real life. So this doesn't have just a digital angle to it, which has a very physical angle attached to it. So maybe you want to spend a minute on helping us understand and the community know how the physical aspect will play a role. Yeah.
Sure. So I think everybody's using Apple Pay or a sort of a mobile payment system. And basically what we imagined is the same way you are paying for your grocery as the checkout counter at your favorite retailer, being Kaufland or Carrefour or IKEA or Starbucks. Once you pay your groceries, you're also scan your NFT and you earn rewards. So you either, you scan to earn, basically. You either earn the cashback, and we negotiated significant cashbacks with these retailers, so significantly more than what MasterCard or Visa would offer today on a normal basis. And over time, we know that these retailers will offer vouchers, digital collectibles, early access. Imagine early access to the H&M collection, right? To be able to access it maybe a month before or a week before, or early access to a movie for the loyal customers, or gated experiences. And more excitingly, people will be able to trade the rewards on a marketplace. And this is the novelty. So I think today it's fairly difficult to sell your points. In fact, you can't. You once you leave the program, you lose the points. You can't exchange them for money. In most of the cases, of course, there are exceptions to that. And we see folks like American Airlines and Amex and I think some famous hotel chains, try to get into that direction to be able to spend your rewards in different areas. But we can do this on chain, and of course, these are trackable, and the data can be, it's secured and can be traded. So that's our vision. So imagine, you swipe your iPhone or your whatever phone you have, you swipe your NFT at the cash out, and you earn all the benefits. The reason why we thought that's going to be very useful is because today, the retailers like Tesco or any retailer don't know who their clients are. So they have millions of clients shopping every day, and they simply don't know who they are. Of course, most of them have loyalty cards just for that shop, but they wouldn't know what that particular person has bought, from a gas station or IKEA. So Carrefour would know the history of that particular person, as opposed to Google or Amazon that would know everything about your history because of your client account. So we started with this in mind, and we created this program. And I think it's going to be beneficial both for the retailers, that they're going to know better who the clients is, and we feel loyalty is the other way around, should be provided by the companies, the retailers, not the users. And then effectively the end users will get all the benefits from the retailers.
Yeah, amazing. Even the tradability aspect, Ciprian, Catalin, that you mentioned is great. So let's check if, Ciprian, your connection is stable, and a few words from your end to get inspired again.
Yeah, sure, man. I
Yes.
really hope you're hearing me better, way better now.
Yes. Good
Yeah,
now.
I think Katalin touched all the the important aspects that we're very focused right now. I mean, it's very important to uh, think about the benefits of the user, the end user. Doesn't matter if it's either Web 2 or Web 3. At the end of the day, uh, the added value for the user is what matters and what drives adoption. If we provide value, if they see value when they come in, they're going to remain and stay for the whole ride with us. And this is what is going to be reflected in the app, because we want to blur the lines between the Web3 experience and the Web2 experience in order to make everything seamless. Because after we launch uh, for the Web3 community, which we believe in, and we are Web3 builders and enthusiasts, we want to go through a hyper growth period where we can address to a much bigger market, where to bring the big adoption, because this is going to be the only way to be relevant for the big retailers. So this is what we're looking for right now. We're really excited, and seeing that the market sentiment is better and better right now, we are even more excited, because who remained here in the bear market and built and resisted, right now, I believe is going to be rewarded if they stay for the ride for the next years.
Absolutely, Ciprian. We've taken the bullets, so it's time now to shine out the bullets that we've just taken on us. So, all right, welcome into the xPand program once again, guys. Great to have you here as always, and let's keep building. Let's keep doing all the cool, awesome stuff that we're doing, and very happy to support it out and wherever
Very
we can.
excited. Thank you very much, Zain. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you.
opportunity.
All right, awesome. So we now jump off to the last person now left in the room. Let's see if Ryan is here. Yes, we can see Ryan. Hey, Ryan.
Hey there. I can't figure out how to turn the camera on. Can you guys see me?
Yes, cheers, man. Let's hear
Oh,
out on what you have in store from the arts group.
yeah. Firstly, I just want to say, Itheum, you guys are awesome. Thanks for doing this program. It's a great incentive. I'm super happy to be part of xPand. So yeah, I essentially just started a platform called Art, and it is a opportunity for artists and musicians to kind of gain some recognition and exposure, earn some passive income, and join a community together. There's kind of two aspects of it. There's the artist side, and then there's the investor side, depending on what you on what you're more interested in. Right now, the landscape, it's pretty difficult for artists and musicians to gain recognition, to get signed to a record label, for example. Only about 1 in 100 artists who are creating content are actually signed to these record labels, and there's a big market in place for a lot of people who don't get exposure there. So essentially, what these artists can do is they can digitize their content and turn it into NFT and get it on the blockchain. So the biggest kind of problem for these artists right now is they don't trust the blockchain technology. They're still very unfamiliar with crypto. But what this allows, like what my platform allows these people to do, is to very seamlessly send me their files, which is very limited risk for the artists and the musicians. Everyone's got MP3s. Everyone's got professional photos or professional scans of their artwork. They simply just send me the files, and I'll handle the crypto stuff. We can even set up a custodial wallet for them if necessary, if they're not comfortable with downloading X Portal, for example, yet. And yeah, we will put their content, a 1 out of 1 version of their content, on the blockchain in the form of an NFT. It's also very attractive for the investors because like you can develop a relationship with the artist when you are interacting with their work. There are tipping options available. So if you want, you could tip an artist a certain amount of money. If you're one of those top tippers, then you can gain access to their work before anybody else. And it's also fun for the investor. It's like you're becoming your own record label. You get to invest in these artworks and pieces of music before anybody else really sees them. And there's a chance, if these people are blowing up and you own their 1/1 digital representation on the blockchain, then it could be lucrative. So yeah, the reason that I want to use Itheum for these NFTs is because I see there's definitely an opportunity in the marketplace right now, especially the NFT marketplace. Things are pretty bleak right now. People are looking for something new, something disruptive for the market, and I really really like that that Itheum allows these new generation NFTs to store important aspects of media like authentication, copyright details, IP details. Like the creators are very they want to make sure that they still own that original content, which will be easy to display on these data NFTs. They like the authentication. There's also options for private collections, which I could see being a big market eventually. Like if people want to keep artwork or keep music in a private collection, only one person can own at a time. I think that'd be really cool as well. And then and the NFT editing as well. I think that's an amazing feature. Nobody wants to be sending their NFTs back and forth to get new updates. Like it's very nice to have NFTs, the ability to be edited, because I'm sure there's lots of artists and musicians that would be able to utilize that, adding songs to an album, changing artwork, changing details, well, whatever it may be. So yeah. In the briefest way possible, I'm super excited for this. I think Itheum has provided me an awesome opportunity here to create some new generation NFTs. The market is definitely interested. There's very little risks for these artists and musicians, and yeah, they essentially just want to see, are people going to buy these digital representations, and does this technology work? Like, do I really want to dive into crypto? So hopefully that's what we'll be able to prove to them in the coming weeks and months. And yeah, it'll be exciting to finally get this idea launched and ready to go.
Absolutely, Ryan. Thank you for that great intro, man. And as you were speaking in, it was running in my head about this composability of having a dynamic data stream attached. So when we
Yeah.
work with musicians, for example, we learned about their pain points, man, and we understood that they're doing some really cool stuff. They're creating some very authentic, great music, which the community wants. But are they really benefiting from it? It's a big question. And because of these centralized entities playing a big role, the artist, eventually loses the shade which they deserve. So I think with the advent of blockchain and with the advent of projects like you, we can bring back the power to these artists. So what better?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a shame. It's such a huge market. It's a multi-billion-dollar market, and it's the record labels that are pretty much making all of the money, and there's very little left over for the actual creators of the content. So hopefully, what this will allow is another stream of passive income. People will be earning royalties, and yeah, essentially just bridging the gap between the artist and music industry that really has a very little connection to actual blockchain technology right now. They don't really understand yet the power of being able to do transactions so seamlessly and quickly, and to be able to operate without a third party kind of being their own owner. And then giving these investors a chance to possibly, invest, like you own the 1/1 digital representation of a song before it blows up, and then if and when the artist does gain recognition and blockchain's blowing up, and all of a sudden you're the one who has a deep connection, you've been supporting an artist, it could be super lucrative for the investor, I think.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Ryan, of course, very happy to have you as a part of xPand, and let's see, where we can collide, help you in, provide that infrastructure layer, to help you develop your project. But I think what we're trying to disrupt is something huge, and if we're able to achieve even a small percentage, Ryan, of what we're trying to do, we've done a big impact, globally. So welcome in, of course. We'll chat more and get started, but that brings us to the end of the intros from all these amazing cohorts. And what we're going to be doing next is just try and bring all of them together on stage and share the last bits, But before we do that, I wanted all the folks who are hearing this out to apply for the next set of the xPand program. As I mentioned at the start, we are on a roll-on basis. We'll be moving on with xPand as time progresses. And our vision and mission is very clear. We want people to build on Itheum. We are offering this tech, which is quite unique in its nature, very disruptive in its performance. And if you're a project who's looking at that, where do I get started from? Probably Itheum would be the way to give you a sense of direction, and the xPand is the right program to get started on. So if you want to read more, of course, we have our documentation with more elaborative details. There is a form attached which you folks can fill in. And I'm trying to bring everyone back on stage, whoever was left in, and just say a goodbye and a shout out to all the community members. And of course, we have a very elaborative program in place. The goal here is just to ensure that we offer the right support, and what you're trying to achieve with your project can be accomplished in time. So you're not alone. Build on Itheum, and very excited to have everyone along as well. So a huge shout out to the entire team, to the entire cohort, and maybe Mark, some closing words from your end would also be nice if you want to wrap up with something in your style.
That was great. I think I was listening to everyone speak. That was really incredible. So super pumped to have you all part of this cohort. Remember, guys, coordinate with each other. The synergies are amongst yourselves as well, but Itheum's here for you guys to help. We are any support you need. We are on Telegram. You have one-on-one groups with us. Just reach out, tech, product, anything. Just reach out and we'll do our best to help you. At the same time, this is the first time we're running xPand. So if you guys have ideas on how we can improve, always feel free to share it with us. So thank you. Have a blast, and looking forward to catching up with you guys next week.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.